welcome once again to Conscripted, episode 25. Almost put us at 30, that would be way too high. We rejoin the party on the 16th of Larsis. Ryan is here. He's probably going to be a little bit in and out. His internet has been pretty terrible to him, and we do not have Tom here today. But who recalls what happened last week?
It was 2 weeks ago. It was way too long.
I was about to say we weren't here.
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. That's right. I wonder why I felt like even more longing for this than usual.
Most parts, it was a fairly tame session. We all sort of got going on a lot of projects. Meldronicus was working on beginning his smithing trade with his first project of reinforcing the wagon. Sphinxora was beginning her item crafting trade with starting a project of Arius's, a headband. Zeke had been trying to gather information, pages, I think, or Zeke didn't do much actually. And then it kind of all just wrapped up with a lot. It was a lot of details with stuff related to those things, and then it sort of just wrapped up with an encounter with this darkness rep who basically asked for 10,000 or 1,000 platinum or 10,000.
No, it was the total amount. Hold on a sec. It is in my notes here. If I bring up the right campaign,
I think it was 1,000 platinum.
No, it was much higher. It was higher than that. 1,300 platinum.
1,300 platinum.
Yep.
So yeah, basically 13,000 gold. We wanted to steal that book. A little bit too steep of a price. No one else in the party really was, myself included, was not really willing to try and break in. So if we couldn't really hire someone to do it for us, we're basically just shelving that for the time being. It was a week ago, but I think it was just a lot of logistics last session.
There was one key thing that happened at the end, though.
Ryan did his map thing. Oh, right. I got on the radar of some wizard who's probably going to try and mind control me and kill everybody. It's okay. It's like
I forgot about that. That's important.
Oh, yeah, we were going to put a lead plate in your head or something, right?
No, this campaign is now Mal builds that the party locks themselves in a lead box.
Just make a big lead blanket and sleep under it every night. We'll be fine.
Yeah, this was my dream of a campaign.
We're safe from wizards. We're not safe from the toxicity of lead.
Yeah,
but it matters not.
We now get lead poisoning.
There's a spell for that.
I mean, it just turns into at that point Oregon Trail, where someone's gonna get dysentery, but so long as a few of us survive.
Wait, are we gonna ford the river? We're definitely gonna lose at least one person if we
It's gonna be really hard to ford the river in a lead box, but we can try.
I GM Oregon Trail, the campaign.
Man. Giving a whole new meaning to the term weighted blanket.
All right. So we take up then on the morning of the 17th. Everybody had kind of gotten their rest after the terrible events of the evening before. And you guys can tell me how you're starting your day. So I try to find the thing that I'm supposed to have playing in the background that I can't find now.
Sorry, you said it's the 16th of Larsis or the 17th?
It is now the 17th. We started on the 16th,
Okay.
Then you guys rested and is now the 17th.
Okay, so we got 5 days, including today.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, soundtrack. Okay.
with clarity now that my craft is 17, not 7, did I finish the wagon work yesterday or not? Am I still working on today with the 17 as well?
Yes, you are still working on it today.
Okay. So I would be getting up early and just continuing that. Sphinx, I would also be giving you patch of gold and a list of things that I was hoping. Oh, once you're done with whatever other projects you're working. It's not any particular hurry, but especially with this wizard thing going on, I was hoping you can make me a cloak that might make it slightly harder for someone to influence me.
I can see what I can do.
Do we know how long that headband will take to make? Is that a thing,
That'd be 2 days, 4 days. Probably she can do it in 2 days with the spell.
Technically, it is 4 days because it's based on the cost of the item. She can choose to try to do it faster, but that will, in the case of creating magical items, that does significantly increase the chance of problems.
Sorry, you said 4 days or 5?
It would be 4 days.
4 days? Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
because
fine
it's
with that.
4,000 to make the item.
But then is she dedicated to just doing that, or can she do like some other stuff as well?
No,
or...
she has to spend a minimum of 8 hours working on that. So that is the, or a minimum of 10 hours in this game's time working on that.
Okay, so yeah, I would let everyone know if they have more like important items that she can work on that instead if she wants. My item is more like a luxury kind of item.
So this is a good point of the discussion, Steve, just so we understand when we're asking Sphinx for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You said you might have modified some of the rules for spellcrafting.
There are modified rules for spellcrafting.
Or item crafting.
Or for item crafting, yes.
Because I would by base, Sphinx should be able to accelerate his circlet without any chance of it.
Actually, if you read base, there is no rules for accelerating crafting of magical items. Magical items, you follow exactly what the rules say. You either make the DC 5 plus caster level plus the composite required level, and you complete it in the time that's allotted based on its cost, or you don't. It doesn't use regular crafting rules. If you can find me different rules for accelerated crafting that are not from 3PP, then...
Yeah, I'll show it.
Okay.
It's just like, it's in a poor spot, because it's literally just like one line in a giant block of text.
Okay.
But But so, she's allowed to take 10 though, correct? Assuming she's not in a bad situation, or are you forcing her to roll? That's like the other thing.
There is forced rolling in this, but for the most part, the DCs are low enough that it doesn't really matter. Her spellcraft is insanely high.
Right. But if she can't take 10, then there's stuff that like she can't necessarily accelerated craft. That would be like
right.
Point. Okay.
I did have a question.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, if I wanted to make +5 spellcraft gloves, how long would that take?
If you want to make +5 spellcraft gloves, hold on one sec. I'm gonna just rulebook this real quick since it's right here. Because I don't remember the cost offhand, but it's I think it's 5 times 100 times, or 5 squared times 100. Yeah, it'd be 5 squared times 100. So 2,500 gold.
I mean, how long? Like,
that'd
be
just
3 days normally. Did you? I'm assuming you. Okay.
And that's just from the official.
All right. Let me. Accelerated 4 hours of work per 1,000 gold by increasing. Oh, where that is so bizarre that I've never seen that.
It used to be formatted nicer. They used to have a specific thing at the bottom that had like a rules for accelerated, and now they just have all this other junk at the bottom that just bloats up the whole page. But
yeah, that's in an area where I would have never noticed it.
But nonetheless, if she's rolling, she still has. It does increase her risk.
Correct.
So.
Which is why I was thinking about making spellcraft.
So it is pretty beneficial that you have the spells then. So I would actually, okay, that does change my decision a little bit. So, but yeah, a cloak of resistance would be super easy for you. It's one of the easiest things to make. So that would be one of the things I would add to your list.
Yeah, a simple cloak of resistance 1, I think, is 500 gold in cost. So your 2,500, remember, that would be the total value of the item. So you divide that in half for your production cost. So 1,250.
I think I might even just have you make a +2 Sphinx. I think you can make most.
Yeah, and that'd be cloak of resist. That would be 4,000, then divide by 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would give you 2,000 gold and ask if you can make me something for protecting my mind. And between that all, I forget. So anything we might want made, is this the only place that we could buy stuff?
There are lots of places that you could buy stuff. Kminster is a good trade port. Kazarim is a good trade port. As is Lukil is somewhat okay. It's not as good as the other two. You're gonna have the best likelihood of finding something in either Kminster or Kazarim.
Okay, but like, it won't be catastrophic if like there's other stuff that I might want at one point. We don't need her to buy it all right now, probably.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll hand you 200 platinum sphinx and ask you to make me cloak when you get the chance.
All right.
But then for the rest of my morning, I'm just gonna be getting up early and trying to work on the cart.
Okay. That is good. How about Arius and Cassius? Cassius, do you have anything new you want to announce in the morning to everybody?
Oh, nah, I'm good. No. Are we talking about this gun that I suddenly have?
Yep.
Yeah, I probably should mention something about that, huh?
Could be useful. Your commanding officer might want to know that.
Yeah. When we have breakfast, I'll bring it up at some point. I'll try to find a way to bring it up. I guess everything that's happened so far in this party is weird, so it's not going to be out of place.
It's like not even 50th percentile. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
I've been carrying around a mummy inside of me for a couple of weeks here. No biggie. Don't hiss at me while you're standing on my chair rudely.
Yeah, I'll kind of mention the dream I had, or I guess it was a dream. I think.
Speaking of that dream, you are still down that Constitution and Charisma.
Oh, okay.
So when you come downstairs, actually, Mal, you'll notice that like there's a bit of a flare up on his face of that like black marking that you saw on his arms.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it. His internet was working so well.
Points.
There it is. Yeah, and you still have he still has a hit point damage as well. So he looks a little bit worse for wear.
I hate this so much.
While we're waiting for Cassius to get back in, Arius, what are you planning to do for the day?
Crash.
Oh.
Maybe he's back.
If possible, I know I was saying I want to do that. I wanted to make that spell. So could I just like do more spell research here? Is that possible?
Absolutely, you absolutely can. You can try to. Well, let's see if you can find a place to do some of that research. You know, there's room in the library to go through some books. So that's probably the first place you'll want to start. Is within the library and do some research. Finding some books on like what it takes to kind of put together the essentials for a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, it looks like you're back.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. So
I was. Oh.
So yeah. So you also do have the hit point damage as well.
Okay. Cool. I took off the other stuff, but I added it back once you said that because I
Yep.
didn't know how much that actually was affected.
No, it was because your body basically did drain out the creature from its control over you.
Oh, good. And I have all these wonderful black marks all over my body to show for it.
Yep. As you lose, so you'll be losing the damage though every day. So that will start to fade away as time goes on, and you'll be back to what your actual
just
stats
the same rules as like normal.
Yep. You'll heal
damage.
one point of ability damage per day.
Okay, cool.
All right, present the new Cassius to the party.
Pretty much the same. Except for all these cool new scars I've got all over my face. Like these black marks and stuff from this mummy rot. Got this. Just a long nose Smith & Wesson 6-shooter.
I don't think you could hold it like this, by the way. I guess if this is you holding it as gun, okay. Maybe.
Yeah, like gun.
Gotcha. I thought you were pinching it between your fingers. I was like, what gun is that?
I'm just gonna check
thank
the
you for the
barrel
sub.
real quick.
So,
It's a
how common
dream
are
gun.
guns? Would this be something we're aware of what it is?
You
or-
can be aware of what this is, but they're not super common. You, Mal, have probably run into these a few times in your life while you were working at the forge. Every once in a while, you'll have somebody who's like traveled off to Koshrin and come back with one of these. But it's unlikely that Arius Zeke or Sphinx Ara have seen one of these before. Sphinx kind of has in her dream.
May
Yeah,
I look?
Sphinx
May I
gave
look?
it to
May I
me
look
in my
at it,
dream.
Cassius?
Sure. Doesn't appear to be magical. Aside from the
I,
fact that I got it in a dream? Question mark.
I investigate sort of the craftsmanship on it.
Yeah. It is incredibly well crafted. As if somebody has spent a lot of time and effort to put this weapon together. It would be very difficult for even someone at your skill level to improve upon this design.
This is very impressive. The measurements are exact. Spin the thing and it just spins like perfectly, kind of thing.
Very freely, very easy.
I hand it back to you. I think I'd be smart enough to not grab it by the trigger, but I just kind of hand it back to you awkwardly, like somebody who's only wielded swords, basically.
Speaking of which, my skill points, pretty much the only real difference is that I made room for the craft skill that we were talking about, and that's basically it.
Yep. Because you're going to be able to manufacture bullets.
Yeah. And those are those ballistic damage or are those bludgeoning damage?
It is piercing damage, technically.
Okay. Then I should probably adjust that on my sheet.
So this just for the purposes of concern of the party, this wasn't given to you by some sort of mind controlling wizard looking to fuck with, right?
So, out of character, this came from out of your crossbow. It's always been in your crossbow. You've just not been cognitively aware of it because it's been like wired up in a way to be disguised as your crossbow. So when you were pulling the trigger, it was still like the mechanism for the trigger was actually flicking the mechanism for the crossbow to fire a bolt out. You hadn't known this because your brain had kind of suppressed your history with firearms. But part of you didn't want to give up the idea of like using your gun in situations. You would still reach for the crossbow at times.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I've only used it once, and that was when we first met Mal. When there were those guys on the roofs. Roofs. Whatever. I don't know. Roofs.
Okay, so this has been in your possession for quite some time. We don't have to be any worry about some sort of thing haunting us or using it to take control of you, kind of thing.
As far as I'm aware, no.
You know, normally I wouldn't even bother asking these questions, but at this point, it's kind of becoming a meme with our group that. So,
new weapons.
It's just being certain.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Sphinx was there. Don't know how, don't know why, but she was there. She just kind of pulled it out of thin air and was like, "Here you go."
You know why?
Tactically, do you feel different? Is this going to change how you work with us as a unit?
I mean, probably more using this than anything else for now.
Okay.
Picked up. I remembered how to craft and well, ammo and weapons of this nature, sort of. Don't know too much aside from this, but figure some things out.
Seems a pretty basic design. And you feel okay?
Mostly. Am I the only one who heard that specific voice?
You know that voice to be the Spirit Mother's voice, though.
Oh,
So
okay.
you know only 2 people would hear it. And
Okay. I didn't realize that. I thought
Sorry.
that was the mummy at first. I was
No,
like,
no. This is the mummy.
He's a follower of Set.
Yes.
Oh, that's the Spirit Mother, I think.
I'm like, Cassius, I gave you second in command because I thought you were pretty sane, but you're telling me you're hearing voices now too?
It's okay. It's only deity level things. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I hear it too, so it's not that big of a problem.
Right, but you're like you're used to it, you know. You know, like it's like having a crazy in-laws, you know. You're just used to them. But this is like Ryan just got in a new relationship with it, and I don't want it to, you know,
Get between your
make it do
friendship.
anything yeah. But no, sorry, memes aside, like you feel like you're fully in control though. If Sphinx vouches for whatever this is, then I trust her. She knows more about this than we do. But
As far as I can tell, I mean, I don't feel much different aside from the being physically weaker and this whole situation that's going on at the moment. But I think that'll go away. I'm hoping that'll go away.
We'll have to see, actually. I need a fort save from you.
Oh, hooray.
yeah, I was gonna say, does it look like a flare up? Like
No, that was the other guy.
Yeah, it does. It does. Right now, it looks like it's maybe a flare up. You don't see any signs of it in like getting any worse at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from when I was attacked in my dream. Memory?
A little both.
Yeah, something like that. When I picked up the Wayfinder thing, I'm gonna look at it right now. This Wayfinder, is it pointing at things?
It is presently pointing north.
Interesting. Go ahead and do the poking thing.
When you poke it, it will point back to the direction it normally points.
Oh, good. That's where I'm assuming that this mummy's spirit's wife's spirit is trapped. I think.
Something like that.
When you mentioned that, Mike, was this from the Goblin Escapade?
Oh, yeah. I forgot that there were goblins there.
So as he's saying this, Mal, you can actually start to recall like literally everything from what he's talking about, except if he starts talking about the very end, because obviously you didn't experience the very end.
Yeah, this is from when that mummy attacked me and Sphinx and.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't worth bringing up. Pretty traumatic, the loss of your friend, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I barely knew them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they didn't seem very concerned with saving each other. So.
Well, I'm glad that we have some resolution with this. We'll have to keep monitoring your health, though. I think we have some time to just downtime to sort of try and figure that out for the time being. So as soon as basically the wagon's ready, I think we're gonna head for the camp.
I forgot. Did the thing with me being dragged to the
back to the camp? Oh, fuck. Alright, well, he's frozen up. Sphinx, you have something you need to do for me as well at the start of the day. Do you remember what that is?
Oh, is it? Do I gotta talk to some ghosts?
Yeah.
I forgot where the talk to ghost button was. Dang it.
I don't know if I don't remember if I made you one. No, I did not make you one. I did not make you a talk to ghost button. That is simply a spellcraft check.
Okay.
Maybe it's back.
You're back.
Okay. I didn't
so
hear
yeah,
anything.
Sphinx, in your column, you are going to gain a. Let me do the math real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's what I thought. One of your spirits knows a lot about the planes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I remember I got dragged back, but I don't remember when that was chronologically.
That was
before or
right after. That was after the events that had transpired with the mummy.
Okay, yeah, I'll make sure to mention that, recalling that somehow. When he asks me about that mummy stuff, might be vital information.
All right, so the four of you have your conversation over breakfast. Arius, we know what you're doing. Mal, we know what you're doing. Sphinx, we know what you're doing. Cassius, what is your plan for the day?
That is a good question. You know what? I guess I'll just kind of try to find out more information about the spirit mother thing.
Okay, so you and Arius will make a trip to the library.
I'd also offer, guess just whatever option you want to go with is fine, but I'd also offer if you wanted to see how the forge works.
Oh, sure.
You could watch me work for a little bit.
Okay. So we'll probably brush through this day pretty quick, but Arius, a little bit about your research, and I will want a little bit of rolling here. So let me have you give me a knowledge arcana here.
You got it. Oof.
And this is going to work kind of like you gradually building pieces of what you need to know about how to start putting together spells. Because putting together a spell, especially as a sorcerer, you're going to learn with that 11. This is going to be a bit of a difficult process. There are other sorcerers that have learned how to manifest their energy for themselves, but it's a unique concept. Normally when as you look through books, as wizards do this by kind of learning bits and pieces of what creates a spell. So they learn that these kinds of runes create this kind of effect, and these kinds of motions create this kind of thing. But with sorcerers, because it's kind of tapped into them, they have to kind of learn how to sort of not necessarily speak to magic, but convince magic to move in the way that they want it to. It's a little like trying to find your center, and then from that center, kind of waving the magic in the areas that you want the magic to be moved to. There is a good book about this that's called "The Magic Inside You." And it is a guide for people who are sorcerers or bards who kind of want to learn how to better focus their spellcasting.
Okay.
With an 11, you don't make a lot of progress towards the spell, but you do make some progress towards the spell. Over the evening, unless there's something specific somebody wanted to do during the day, but I'm just going to move us forward because you guys said you wanted to spend a couple of days in town and then head back to your meeting with the shifters outside of Luke Hill.
No, I thought we were going to hit the camp on the way. So
okay.
I was going to offer to escort the weapons guy there, and then we can get any last intel that Tonelli has for us, because they wanted us. They were going to do some sort of double checking because they're still kind of sketchy about the meeting. But realistically, I don't have any major things other than just crafting stuff.
Okay.
Well,
if you
just want
guys,
to clarify, did Michelle choose which one she's making first? Which items?
yes, which item are you starting on first?
What were the times on all of them again?
So the spellcrafting gloves was 2.5 days, so 3 days basically. Arius's headband is 4 days, and Mal's item is also 4 days. And you can try to expedite any one of those that you choose.
You make the spellcrafting gloves first, you can probably accelerate the other two.
Yeah, I'll probably start work on the gloves first.
Okay. So you can go ahead and write down the gloves, but you are only 1 day towards their completion.
I'll do it like one of. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so this is pretty important that we know this. So as the 17th, if you guys want to get back to camp, camp is if the cart is in good shape, camp is about a day and a half's worth of travel. And then getting back to Luke Hill from there is another day and a half's travel. So it is the end of the 17th. So you have 3.5 days, really, because you're supposed to meet with them on the 21st, to get back to Luke Hill.
Yep.
So on the 17th, Mal, I believe after our talk, you will have finished the cart's repairs. And on the evening of the 17th, I'm going to make a couple of will saves for Zeke. He'll take his reroll. Okay. So you guys will find Zeke downstairs when you guys get back. Or when you guys wake up in the morning. And he is like unconscious on the table. Like his head is like crashed out on the table. Not he's like laying flat on the table.
Does he look passed out drunk, or does it look like someone beat him up?
He looks passed out from exhaustion. Like he's been up all night. He's just like completely zonked out. And not that there's not like the disheveledness that's in his face from like from being wasted. He's got that very like, peaceful kind of sleep thing. But you notice there's like blood on him in a variety of places that wasn't there last time you saw him.
Sphinx, can you tell if this is his blood or someone else's?
Is that a thing you could do now?
Do you have ranks in heal?
Oh.
No.
She does. I assume she does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try and look. It's not going to be very good.
Nope, no idea. Blood is blood, right?
Yeah, it's red stuff.
It came from something.
Well, can we tell if his like clothes are ripped, where the blood marks are? Like, can we tell he has like open wounds?
He does appear, if you look for a little while, he does appear to have some open wounds. But some of the blood is splattered in places that isn't necessarily the same as where his wounds are.
Sphinx, perhaps you can throw one of your heals on him. Maybe you'll wake him up.
I can try.
What if he beat himself up to stop himself hurting?
So you reach out and you heal him, and he kind of like looks up.
Himself.
And at this point, I think he's gonna end up quiet for the rest of the day. I think he kind of realizes what's happened and doesn't really want to talk about it. He kind of looks over to you, Mal, for a moment and like gives you a look, almost as if he expects that you know what's happened.
Yep. Okay. But he can stand up.
He can stand up.
Just let's get out of here, guys. This is been stationary here for too long. This wizard starting to home in on us if we stay here too long.
All right.
All right.
So the party sets off from Kminster to the camp. Let's see how travels go.
Just so it's on the record, I do my mage armor thing. So every
Yep.
leg of the trip, recasting mage armor myself. Just so it's on the record.
I gotcha. Let's bring up our random encounters.
Oh, Zeke's not here, but I'll buy the materials to start working on his thing slowly over time.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he's willing to pay for it.
Yeah, he talked about it, so.
So whatever that is, if you can just deduct that from his sheet.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be some interesting stuff. I'm gonna see how the party does. You guys don't see those perception checks, right?
Nope.
Negative.
Excellent.
Nope.
Okay.
I won't look at the screen then.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
that is a way that can be cheated.
I'm gonna switch it to just chat mode. Oh, chat. So still.
All right. Here we is. Can I have you guys assemble yourselves on the cart, please? Or around the cart, as you would be. Leave. He usually. Oh no, I think Mal, you usually right up front, right?
Yeah, it's usually Zeke.
I'm gonna drag these on in here. What?
Oh.
There they are. What to say? I know I programmed these. Once you guys are on, okay. So that you guys need to be traveling on the cart to be moving at full speed. By the way. Thank you. We move the cart up. Cart back rather. And going to roll. Okay. Back to the right overlay. Alright, as the cart is traveling along, thank you for rolling initiative, everybody. It's as if you knew it was coming. Zeke happens to point out something racing up very quickly towards the cart. And he catches it just in time before you notice this thing about to leap up and at one of you on the cart. It is here to the right place. It is a very large, lion-faced, humanoid-bodied, fur-coated creature.
Oh no.
Even
chasing
when it's
after
a
the
humanoid, it's lianoid. Even when it's humanoid, it's lianoid. It's fucking okay. Okay.
That thing is hideous. What is wrong with it?
It's great.
How
I
big is
spent
this
a
thing?
lot of time on that mini. Don't talk shit about my mini. I worked so hard to make him look okay.
Well, it's standing upright, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it looks disgusting.
How big is it?
It is about 9 feet tall, and about like 8 feet wide.
It exists, so it's too big.
Yeah, agreed. Make a nice
Okay,
pelt
it's
though.
got a green health bar. It's an ally.
And it goes on 11. Spinks, you start the initiative order.
We fighting this thing?
I don't think we have a choice on this one.
Do you have any ranks in knowledge nature?
No.
Okay.
This
Carry on.
one looks It's standing up. Does it not try speaking to it? It's not a sentient one.
Are you trying to attack us?
I know you. You've killed many of my kind. You die now.
No. Look at the banner. Look at the banner.
All right, Sphinx.
Look at the banner.
You got an action here?
Alright, no, we're back. Okay, I think it's a bit hostile. Great, fantastic.
Just a little bit. Alright, you gotta pick something. You're running out of time.
I'm gonna give Male Boiling Blood.
Alright. Mal, take a +2 morale bonus to strength.
And it works again too, so I can just.
Yep.
Or actually, you can just click the
You
button.
have a boiling blood one on there. That'll work automatically. Alright, Mal, you're up.
That is so slick. Okay. I will activate Ayun. I will. Just does not seem it's willing to listen.
Nope.
Oh,
I
that boiling blood is one
I'm gonna
creature per
ready.
3 levels.
Yeah, but it only gives the +2 bonus if you have the orc subtype.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ready an action to try and trip this thing. If
Okay.
it sort of the same tactic. I remember I didn't describe this specifically enough. Once it gets up in range of Zeke, I'm gonna try and trip it.
Yep.
Oh, Zeke's not in. Can you add a Zeke in just so?
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I did forget that. Here's Zeke. No, why does it think I shake this sometimes when I'm just moving it? Only downside to this program. Click on little Zeke here. Give him an initiative roll.
Okay. So I'm
Oh
assuming
yeah, so
he's,
Zeke would have gone. Zeke would have gone first. Zeke is readied.
yeah, I assume he's ready in a brace kind of thing. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Same strategy then. I see him ready in his brace. I'm gonna get ready for that thing to come up into his brace range and trip it
All right,
with Blade Lash.
Mal. Or I'm sorry, that was Mal. Cassius.
Have I seen them do this before?
They did. I don't think you saw it when they did it last. This has only happened once so far.
Okay, because I do remember them doing it out of
But
character.
you,
just
I
couldn't
think, were on the
remember.
other side of things as that was happening.
But he definitely ready for a brace though, right?
Yeah, he like drops the bardish down into position.
Okay, I'll ready I guess I'll just delay until
That's fine.
after he acts.
Arius.
Okay, where is the banner that I made? Is it on this side or
It is on the other side.
That's how
Alright.
he knows that we're enemies.
Also, give me a sense motive here.
Oof. Okay. Arius is not good at reading people.
That's okay. You don't have to be. You just need to crit. Nope. Okay.
So I'll speak to the lion and I'll say, we have a standing alliance with your people. We've only attacked those that were not sentient and we had no choice. If you attack now, I cannot guarantee your safety. But
You have killed many lions and made no alliance with lions. You will die.
we have a standing alliance with your people. Stand down.
Cassius, give me a sense motive if you still have ranks in that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cassius, you're getting the impression that he might not be part of the shifters.
I'll go ahead and mention that to him.
All right. I'll give him another chance. I'll warn him if you approach this cart, you are signing your death warrant. And I'm not gonna cast the cloud on him. I'm gonna just put it in front of the, I'm gonna put it in like his charging path.
Yep.
And
This
threaten
thing
him if
is
he
gonna
walks.
get wrecked.
and just threaten him if he walks into this, he's gonna get hurt.
He is unfortunately not going to care. He is going to move right into literally everything that's happening to him. So he takes the brace from Tom. And brace, I don't think you rolled on, right? I can't remember if that's auto hit.
No, it's you just get a double damage.
Yeah, that is okay.
I'm just.
But I should get my trip on him first, I believe, right?
No, you want the brace to happen first, because if you trip him, then the brace doesn't happen. You want to go brace first, then trip, and then if he has to get up, then Tom gets the AO.
Okay, so I can't trip him when he's in brace range to make it easier for Tom to hit him.
No, because the momentum has to be there. So part of why bracing works is because his momentum is coming on him. So
okay, yep. So
grab Tom here, and only the first one counts.
And if you run into it, it's your own fault.
That first one is unfortunately that attack is going to miss, unfortunately. Even with the -2 its AC from charging. So Mal, you can take your readied. And it needs to make a reflex save versus the Thundercloud.
Yep. Oh my god, my DC sucks.
Saves. I mean, I think it's impressive that every monster you seem to throw this at saves even when they have like +0. And Mal, that was a 26 to trip. That is going to fail. So it will get its attack on Zeke. And it does not have pounce, unfortunately, because it is not a shifter.
Oh, I forgot. I can do a knowledge nature on my turn too, right?
Yes, you can.
That's probably not.
Oh my god, what's going on with our rolls?
I don't know, but only one of these claws is going to hit because it's a charge, and again, he does not have pounce. I don't think an 18 hits Tom. An 18 does hit Tom. So that is for 18, and the CMB is 30. So he will leap up onto the cart, and he will grab Tom and kind of pull Tom from the cart.
So here's a question: if he's in grappling him, does Liberating Command draw an attack of opportunity if I instant cast it or immediate action it, or whatever?
Liberating Command at where you're at, it
because he's grappling him, right?
It would not. You have enough concealment from the cart that it would not provoke an attack of opportunity.
All right, I'll try and free Zeke.
So Zeke is an escape artist at +20, or no, plus your cast level.
Yeah, so plus.
You're right.
+6.
Okay.
Or no, wait, isn't it more than that? It doesn't even matter, I don't think.
It's twice your cast level, so it's +12.
Yeah,
that is still not enough, unfortunately. So Zeke is dragged down. The wagon will quickly. Pierre will attempt to pump the brakes to get the wagon to stop, but it will stop a little ways forward by the time he does that. And that'll take us down to Cassius. Yep.
All right.
Since Zeke is also now down here in this initiative order from the ready.
Since this clown over here wanted to try to drag him down, I'll go ahead and. Oh yeah, so since I delayed, I can get a full attack.
You're at a full round because you delayed to here.
All right. Believe it's deadly aim, if I'm remembering correctly.
To get a single shot at a bigger bonus.
-1 penalty on all range attacks, again a +2 bonus to all range damage rolls.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my full round and use that. So I'll take my -1 to each of these.
Okay. So 27 will hit, but the 13 will not, for 13 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. So the werelion howls out in pain as you fire into its shoulder. Sphinx.
Oh my. So what happens if I were to enlarge Zeke?
He's still going to be grappled, but it's going to be easier for him in the grapple.
Doesn't she have a risk to enlarge the thing?
No, because this is not like a range target. She kind of like specifies the thing within range, and that thing will be affected by it.
Then in order to help him out, I'll try and enlarge him.
Okay.
But if you make the thing too big, then he won't realize that he's so big, and he'll lose his grip on them.
Zeke goes large. Mal.
So we stopped. Some trippage. I'm gonna try and trip him again.
All right.
Rolling a little bit better this time. Can I get actually? Is the orientation that he's in currently how he has him? So is there any way I can get like a flank on this?
Really more like this, but he's grappled, so there's no flank that you could gain.
Okay, you can never flank with a grapple.
Yeah,
okay.
Until the grapple's ended. I mean, he's denied his dex either way though at this point. But if you trip him, you're also going to bring down Zeke with him.
Yeah, it's kind of a moot point.
Okay.
They're both sort of in a grapple. I'd rather. I'll start by trying the actual thing just to see what happens.
Okay.
So, 34.
That will not succeed.
Wow.
What?
Yep. These things have beastly CMD, as you can now tell. Like you whip it out there and you like wrap it right around his leg and you tug back and you can feel like the like significant amount of resistive force as his feet are like clawed into the ground.
Okay, I'll use my 30-foot move to sort of start moving up towards it, I guess.
Okay.
I'll go. I'll start.
Excellent. Zeke will go. Zeke is in a shit position right now. And why does he have a claw attack? Did he take at this level? Yeah, he actually has a claw attack.
Wait, what?
So Zeke will rage, and then he will activate his beast totem power, and he will make claw attacks at this thing.
I thought I was the only one with claws. What is this? What do his claws look like? Oh my god.
He's got like, I don't know what his claws look like. He never described it because he
Little
really
baby
doesn't care
claws,
as much
apparently.
about the claw aspect. God. That is pretty awful. Nice rolls, Tom. Arius.
I'll show you how clawing is done next round. Now I need multiple. Oh my lord!
Oh God!
Three
You gotta love that
images.
3 images.
Whatever.
The lion
Hold
goes...
on, I'm using my movement.
Okay. No, you don't
I
get
assume he
movement.
has
I'm
reach,
saying.
right? I'm just gonna go around.
Yep.
That's my
All
turn.
right. He's gonna rip into Tom. Bite. That's gonna hit on Tom. Claw.
Oh,
Fuck. Tom.
I like how the regular one he crit missed with those damage, and then did the maximum on the second
Alright,
one.
so
Oh,
minus 18, minus 35. It's 35. Okay.
I'm an idiot.
I don't think you're an idiot.
Over here, but...
So yeah, Tom goes down.
he's down.
He is down.
Oh my lord!
And this thing like immediately lets go of Tom as soon as it feels the consciousness leave his body.
Wait, another reflex save. He's sitting in the cloud still,
Yep,
right?
he does take another. He does need to make another reflex save.
He'll probably pass.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
Roll some damage.
Finally. Yeah.
Nice damage. All right.
oh, phew. I was
Cassius.
like, oh, his bar didn't change.
His bar had changed. It's time to fucking run immediately.
He soaks 14 points of lightning damage and laughs.
I mean, he actually did. Bar didn't move that much. Kind of scary.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and hit this deadly aim real quick.
Those are a pair of good hits.
Bang bang, or bang bang.
He is still up. Spinks.
He is still. The lion is still too close to like heal without not getting.
No, you could get in behind because at this point he's let go of Zeke, and Zeke kind of fell back into the square apart from him. So if you came down to Zeke's 10-foot wide body at this point, you'd be able to be on the opposite side of him and give him a good heal touch.
Okay. Then I will.
Mechanically, remember, how do you do this, Michelle?
Yeah.
When do you cast it?
I don't even know what you're going for here.
I also.
If you're
Before
delivering a
getting
touch,
range.
if you're delivering a touch spell, how do you want to order it? You move, cast, and touch. What order do you do those three things in?
Oh, he's saying you cast, then move, then touch. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Because
guess.
the weird way that they allow you to take a movement in between
Yes.
delivering the
It's
touch attack.
It's a free action to deliver the touch, so it's
Yeah,
do whatever.
that so pisses me off because that's not how it's intended. But fine.
no, it's 100% intended.
Yeah, because then it would be like
They literally specified in the like when they're explaining how touch attacks work.
Yes, in Pathfinder they explained that's how they're re-emulating it because it's how it worked in previous versions.
Oh, I got you.
And 3.0 that was not the original intent. But that's fine. I can be grumpy about it because I'm being an old man here. So
man,
he's
Steve.
Tumble Hero Flare 16.
Oh, I always look at the wrong thing. I'm like, Cure Moderate Wounds only did 5?
Nope, gotta have the attack bonus, the attack roll on there. Mal, you're up.
Attacking with your moderate wound.
Okay,
It
so-
happened, remember, in 1, there was a chance that Spinks inadvertently cured the enemy. Sadly, that didn't end up happening.
Cough, cough, cough.
Good thing it didn't end up happening.
A 5-foot step over will make it a flank. You are not presently in a flank.
But if I 5-foot step in, I can.
Yes.
Okay. I'll activate Frostbite, 5-foot step in, and trying to beat at this thing with my scimitar and hair.
Yep.
So these would have definitely fucking arcane accuracy. Fuck this thing.
No, it's no big deal. Attack with the lowest attack bonus possible. In fact, why don't you take some negatives on it, just for fun?
Oh!
Jiminy Christmas.
Get fucked, Monstar.
Double nat 20s. Or no. Oh, you have
There it
lower
is.
crit range. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my crit range is
Whoa.
15 to 20.
Just crit on everything.
So then
It is
12
down.
Those are non-lethal, right? Unless
Yeah.
it's specified.
They are non-lethal. It is down.
Do we want to question this creature or reason with it, or?
Well, before we figure out what we want to do, let's go ahead and take a short break here.
All right.
And then we'll figure out what kind of stuff you end up getting.
Sounds good.
I know we failed our nature check, but out of curiosity,